Hey everybody, Dr. Dennis Ciccone from Ciccone Family Chiropractic and Wellness Center. I'm here with Taiva, our program director, who are going to go through lots of information with you today about our weight loss program. We are so excited that you are here. We have had tons of success in our program, and we just wanted to share more about that with you today. So before we even get started, I know lots of times when I go on to these webinars or I'm invited to something for free, I'm always wondering what's the catch. I want you to know there is no catch. We are here to share free information with you, tell you about this program. And at the end, if you connect with any of this information or you think that it would be valuable for you, we are going to gift you a 10-minute free strategy call with Taiva to see, one, if the program is going to be a benefit to you, whether you'd be a good fit, and we will go from there. So we're so excited you're here. I actually had great success with this program myself, as well as multiple family members, and I will be sharing those testimonials with pictures with you as we go through. So let's hop right into the first slide here in the presentation. So when we get onto strategy calls where we're working with these weight loss patients, what they focus on so much is what's not working. So lots of them are focusing on fitness. They're going to the gym. They're exercising. They've done pills, injections. Some of them have done surgeries, which can make it more challenging because now they're not absorbing properly. They've lost the weight, but their numbers aren't good. They're still not feeling well. They're doing shakes or prepackaged programs, which can be expensive. Sometimes those foods aren't as healthy. There's a lot of fillers. All of these things, as they go through the program, they've paid, they've done keto, they've done Atkins, they've done functional medicine, and a lot of these programs are so expensive, and they're not always getting results with these things. So, Taiva, anything you want to add to this one, just to share with them some of your thoughts?
Yes, I will tell you that about 99% of the clients that come to us have done at least 5 or more weight loss programs in their lifetime. And the problem is they all work in the beginning. All these programs can help you lose weight. All of these things will help you lose weight. But the biggest factor in them all is that there's no post plan. There's nothing that gears you for success long term. So all the clients come to us when I look at their intake form and I see the same programs over and over and over. And we talk to them about what didn't work and what worked. And they all say, oh, I lost weight. I just couldn't keep it off. So that's what we focus on, is the after plan and giving you something healthy that you can maintain long term.
Yeah, and that's so awesome because, like, even me, when I share my story with you, I lost a lot of weight, and now it's summertime, and we travel a lot. We have kids. We're doing things, so we kind of put it on hold so that we're maintaining, and we have a lifestyle to do that now. And then in September or fall, me and my wife plan to get back on so that we can lose some more. There's things with it. If you go on vacation, if you're gonna let loose for a little while, what to do when you come back. So I love that. It's a lot. Any plan can help you lose weight. It's one that's actually going to give you that lifestyle benefit moving forward so that you're not wasting your time and money continuing to do the same thing over and over and then lose the benefit. So, and this is a whole food program, right? We're looking at macros. Quality of the food is key. So again, it's not prepackaged programs. It's not unhealthy foods. It's not cutting all of your foods. So I know Taiva wanted to talk about this one too, because Taiva has the most benefit because she's the one coaching so many of the clients and also teaching the other coaches how to coach those clients. So she gets firsthand the frustrations and those things. So what do you find from the whole food side, Taiva?
Here's what I love. When I talk to clients about this program, it's food. It's just food, and food. And a lot of clients come to us because of all the yo-yo dieting. Their relationship with food is not a healthy one. So we want them to stop thinking and micromanaging food and just understand that food is medicine. If you eat the right things, you will feel better. And so we were very particular about bringing a weight loss program. And we market this as a weight loss program, but it's an anti-inflammatory program, most importantly. So I want to put that out there. The weight coming off is just a bonus.
Yep, for sure. And I love that, right? Because our focus is not on treating disease or a specific symptom. So yeah, weight loss is the side effect. We're really helping you to get healthier and cut that inflammation, which is a big deal. So let's focus on what we do and what parts of the program include for you to help you get these results. So we already talked about it's quality whole food nutrition, hydration. We're going to talk a lot about getting water, and we're going to track those things because so many times people are busy, they're not getting enough water in. Lots of times when you're hungry or your body's not healing or it's even retaining water, it's because you're not getting enough water in. We look at mindset. Our program has weekly calls where we meet with you. We talk about your struggles. It's very individualized. Everybody has different challenges, but most of us lose the battle where? In our mind. And that happens all the time with people. And if we don't have the mindset right, we're not going to have a long-term strategy. We can do anything for a short time. Most of us are successful short-term. What gives you the long-term success is the mindset work that we'll do on the backside there. There's intermittent fasting. So there's lots of programs. There's lots of different types of intermittent fasting. This program is going to give you specifics for you in regards to intermittent fasting, how to maximize the best results. Detoxification. So I have other wellness programs where I do full detoxifications with patients, but what you should know is that your body is always detoxifying. What this program does is it maximizes your ability to detoxify because you're putting less unhealthy, toxic things into your body. So you're speeding up that process through this entire program. This works on resetting your metabolism. Most of us eat too many carbohydrates, too many sugars. We're storing fat. Our body's not burning fuel as effectively as possible. So we're going to help you figure out, one, how do you get your body to burn that fat that's on your body? How do you introduce fats outside of your body to be burning those efficiently so that your body now knows how to maximize all these different levels of fuel and be as efficient as possible? We're going to talk a lot about strategies, how to change up your food. If you're eating the same foods all the time, you're not going to get the results you're looking at. So we have a very strategic way to change those foods up so that your body always is excited about what's coming in and it's learning these different aspects. So we're going to talk about, again, your nutrition and, again, sustaining these results long term. So all of these pieces play into that. And it's very exciting. Like I said, Taiva is coaching these people all the time. I see them on the Facebook. They're getting results. It's so exciting to see these results over time with these patients as they were frustrated for so long and now they're getting results. Again, everybody has a story. So whether it's your new patient call with Taiva or our team, or whether it's the strategy call, you have a story. We want to hear that story. One of my favorite sayings is frustration is the gap between the experience and the expectation. Most people, when they come to these calls or are working with us, they are really frustrated. There's a huge gap between this, whether they either don't know what they're doing wrong, or many of them are even doing what they think is right. They're going to the gym, they're exercising, they're doing different types of intermittent fasting, different types of Atkins, or what are some of the other ones? Ketosis, or any of these other plans that are trying to get them results, and they're just frustrated. So things that we'll hear as symptoms and that frustration are things like they're tired, they're depressed, they're not motivated to exercise, they dread shopping, avoid social gatherings, dislike photos being taken. So many of our patients and patients in the past have actually told me, and this will actually bring them to tears after they go through the program or get results, is they will say, for the first time in many years, I'm able to look at a picture of myself and not be disappointed in what I see. I mean, that brings tears to their eyes. It's very exciting to make that change. Many of them are addicted to sugar, carbohydrates. We have plans. We have strategies for that. There's reasons those things are happening. It's not just a thing that you have to will. There's actually things that we can do to support that with you, so you don't have to just try to will yourself through it, because that's difficult until you break. And then usually we eat too much once we finally break. Medications, they want to come off of their medications. They want to try to be healthier. One of the things we cannot tell you ever to come off of a medication. What we can do is get you so healthy that when you meet with your MD, they're going to say, you don't need to be on this anymore. You don't have that diagnosis anymore. We've had lots of testimonials of that, which is great. And like I said, nothing works. They're gaining the weight back. They lost the weight. I actually did a fasting program where I lost quite a bit of weight. And then as soon as I stopped the program and went back to normal eating, I gained all of the weight plus more back. So the program worked, like Taiva said, but it wasn't sustainable. Whereas this program, when I came off of it and I went into that kind of summer mode, which was normal eating, I have maintained that weight, which is really good. And my cravings and my habits are still there. So this program gives you that personalized approach, and that's what we're excited to working with our patients with. So everyone has a reason. This is the other side of the frustration gap. What are you wanting? And patients want more energy. They want to be happy. They want to be more active and confident, liking what they look like in those pictures, how their clothes are fitting, off of the medications, maintaining better relationships. Here's a reality. This is a big deal. If you're feeling better and you're looking better, every part of your relationship gets better. Your relationship with your spouse, your kids, your work relationship, because you just feel better about yourself. So this is a big deal, and it pours into every aspect. Everybody benefits from it. You'll become more outgoing. You'll actually start sharing the program with other people because they're going to be so excited about what you're doing. They want the same results, and they're watching you to get those results. And Taiva, anything you want to add on this one of benefits you see with other patients?
Yeah, the beauty in this program, again, is not just the weight loss. Within the first 3 weeks, I'm hearing things like I'm sleeping better, I have less bloating, my energy is through the roof. So things that you can expect early on outside of the weight loss is just overall healing of your body and feeling like the best version of yourself, even 3 weeks into the program.
Yeah, and it's awesome because again, if you're sleeping better, you're feeling better. It impacts all parts of your life. So when you look at this slide too, we have body fat. We focus including on the visceral fat. So we actually use a scale in our program that's going to measure not only your weight, but it's going to send us information on visceral fat, your metabolic age, different types of things that our coaches can then work with you to create that plan that's going to be specific to you and make sure these markers are moving in the right direction. Going to reset different parts of your hormone system. Hormones make a big difference in how your body metabolized. We already talked about the detoxification process, so I won't go over that again. You will get a recording of this as well in case you're missing anything or want to go through it again. Hormone balancing. I always think about hormones as the money in the bank account that pays the bills. So if you're having less inflammation, less toxicity, you're eating cleaner, those hormones are going to start to clean up. They're going to start to move in the right direction. You're going to get a good idea of your food sensitivities. One other thing we do in the office is we do testing. We actually can test these things on an immune system basis, but this program allows you to remove those foods and actually introduce them in and watch how the scale changes. So you get almost an immediate response of what foods are good for you and which ones are bad for you for burning fat and adding an inflammatory response to the body. So there's a huge benefit to that because now you're doing it a little bit slower and you're working through the program, but you're not having that additional cost of the testing. You're doing that yourself. Blood sugar is going to regulate. Lots of patients, their type 2 diabetes gets better. Their blood sugar gets better. These different types of things improve. They need less insulin. These are all great parts of the program. And again, we talked about your metabolic, how your body uses fuel. So your body is either a fat burner or it's using sugar and it's storing fat. So we need to work on being able to use both of those. And again, the benefit of whole foods. It's not prepackaged, unhealthy foods that we're working through here. This is one of Taiva and my favorite slides because it really lets you see that weight loss is just the side effect and the benefit of a weight loss program. But there's also the unhealthy side effects of if you are gaining weight, it affects every area of your life. And again, when you get the recording of this, you can look at each of these specifically because I'm not going to go through each of them. But things like migraines, these can be affected by being overweight. Non-alcoholic fatty liver disease. Lots of my patients have fatty liver. Type 2 diabetes. metabolic syndrome, where you're just gaining weight on your thighs or the gluteal region or the stomach, and it's just sitting there. Polycystic ovarian syndrome, so issues with your hormones not functioning properly, difficulty with circulation of your blood supply, gout, different types of joint diseases like osteoarthritis, rheumatoid arthritis, GERD, gastric reflux. So if you're getting gastric reflux, this could be something attributed to the inflammatory response or your weight, asthma, sleep apnea, depression. Food affects your mood in a big way. Okay. So when we start to look at these things and we start to remove these stressors, again, yes, you're going to lose weight. But if you're struggling with any of these other things, this is going to be a huge benefit for you as well. And Teva, you want to share something on this one as well?
Yeah, there's a couple of things. One, I want to touch base on, it doesn't mention on here, but visceral fat. So we measure, I look at three things in particular when a new client comes in. One is high blood pressure and cholesterol. If they have issues with that, we've seen great success in the program with lowering blood pressure and cholesterol. And I'll talk to you a little bit on a couple slides from now about a client that we had do the program. But also visceral fat, I call it the vanity fat because it's the fat around your gut that everybody comes in and says, I can't get rid of it. What do I need to do to get rid of that fat on my stomach? And this program, it is one of the first areas that clients see weight loss is in their visceral fat area. And yes, it's the place that's the ugliest to carry fat for women and men, but it's also the most unhealthy place to carry fat. It's the fat around most of your organs. So as we watch that number decrease and patients feeling better, that's what we look for.
Yeah, awesome. Love that. And I love that we can track all those things on the scale as well. It's such a added benefit that there's all those other markers we can track. Now, something you should know about us in our office is we never share programs with the public until we've tried them ourselves. So the next thing I'm going to share with you is some testimonials. I'm going to start with my own. We'll go through our team, and then I'm even going to share a testimonial of my mother who has went through the program. So let's start with mine. And this is very exciting to me. So I lost 33 pounds in 90 days. We talked about some of the other benefits. My visceral fat went down. A little bit of my story with frustration is I've struggled with weight my whole life. I've went up and down. I'm very motivated and focused for short periods of time. So I can lose a ton of weight, get to a good place, but it's very difficult for me to maintain that in a long-term sustainable plan because one, it wasn't a sustainable plan. It was either too aggressive for me. Two, it wasn't really supporting overall health and good healthy habits. And three, it didn't address the mindset side of things. So what was exciting for me is not only did I lose the 33 pounds in the 90 days, and I'll share my next picture with you as well, you can really see that the puffiness and the inflammation had left me. You can see it in my face, especially on the side shot here, and then off of my gut as well. And the other thing is I had tons of energy. I was doing more things. I had more energy for my kids at the end of the day, my family. And another exciting thing was this program was so easy to build into my lifestyle that my wife also did the program with me. A little bit about her is she has trouble losing weight as well. And we both love food. We're both Italian. So for us doing it together, it was a huge success. Our kids got to see the benefits. And my wife lost over 20 pounds with the program. And again, is maintaining that at this point. So together in 90 days, we lost over 50 pounds, which is a tremendous success. Again, we've tried many things. We've fought over many things. And this program just worked for us. So that was really exciting. Again, I told you at the beginning that we would be offering the strategy call for you, the free 10-minute call. If you haven't clicked on the link yet or haven't scheduled a call yet, we only have so many spots obviously available for Taiva to meet with people. But click the link. We would love to talk to you about any of these goals for you and how this, success might be working for you in just 3 months or so. So I'm going to let Taiva share her story.
All right, so this has become a little bit of a passion project for me because I'm 46 years old. I fall into that category of being conditioned to believe after 40 years old, you're just doomed for life as a woman. You are going to suffer bloating, weight gain that you cannot get rid of. Life just changes in a negative way. And we hear that from our ancestors, from commercials, from menopause. I mean, everything that you read says we can't do this anymore. And so this was kind of a test for me. I had gained 15 pounds over COVID and kind of a rough move. And I was struggling to get the weight off. And so when I started the program, I was very surprised. One, how great I felt. Two, I was never hungry. I could eat as much as I wanted to and needed to. I was fueling my body, so I had energy through the roof. And what am I think I'm post 8 weeks the program. I haven't gained a single pound back. I still have maintained the energy. My bloating, most importantly, if you see in that photo, I suffered from severe bloating. And now I'm here to tell everybody that this program will work for you whether you're 24 or our oldest client is in her 70s. So I love everything about this program, every single thing.
It's so great. And something that we didn't even talk about is that we actually guarantee 20 to 50 pounds of weight loss in 90 days. If you are not successful with that and you're following the program, we will continue to coach you until you get those results. So when you make this investment and you're working with us, we partner with you to make sure you're successful. There are very few programs out there that do that. So it's awesome. It's been great watching Taiva transform herself, helping me to work on myself. We're such a good team on that thing, but also watching all these results for these other patients as well. So I'm going to put up the next one. You can share this story, Taiva.
Yeah, I love the story. This is Mallory. She is our patient liaison, and Mallory is your cookie cutter client that comes in. She has done every program under the sun. She experienced quick weight loss, and then every single time she's gained it back rapidly. She did the program, though 11 pounds doesn't sound like a lot in 40 days. She did it in a healthy way. She's maintained it, most importantly. And also, she has tools to continue losing weight. And so I think she's also 10 weeks post program and hasn't gained any weight back. She's also made healthy changes. She said one of the things that she's always struggled with is her carb addiction and giving up, fatty creamers in her coffee. And so if you ever get a chance to call the front desk and talk to Mallory, she'll be happy to share her story.
Yeah, for sure. And let's see the next one. Do you share this one, Taiva?
Yeah, this is actually Mallory's husband. So this is proof that this program is so easy to do that. So when one person's dieting in a home or eating differently, it becomes very complicated at mealtime. So you have to separate yourself, eat differently than your family. And that's terrible. We don't want that. We want you sitting down, having real meals that are enjoyable. And so just like with Doc and his wife, they did it together. It was a family affair. There's no reason why a kid can't join in on what you're having for dinner on this plan, where we don't say eat shakes or starvation or skip things. We want you to eat whole foods. And so Mallory's husband joined in with her. He lost 15 pounds in 40 days. But the most important piece here is that he struggled his whole entire life with high blood pressure and cholesterol. And the saddest part, Mallory sent me a text and she said, my husband told me that he was just resigned to dying at a young age because he could not get this under control. And I just thought that is so crazy to have to say. But his doctors, medication, other things that he's tried, nothing helped. And he saw dramatic results over the 6-week program with his high blood pressure and cholesterol. And most importantly, he's continuing after the program, following the things that he learned within the program.
So awesome. And so many of you probably connected with that when he said that he was feeling hopeless and just that was just going to be the way it was. I'm sure a lot of you feel that way as well. It doesn't need to be that way. Partner with us. Let us help you figure this stuff out because we have not seen anybody not lose weight or have to pay back on the guarantee yet. This program works for everybody. So make sure you are not losing hope in yourself and being so frustrated. I'll share this one, Taiva. This is a testimonial of my mom. So It's very exciting. My mom has lost 21 pounds. I think she's up to about 26 pounds at this point. This was a picture of her just halfway through the program. A little bit about my mom. My mom has done things like Weight Watchers and Noom and a lot of these other programs, and she was successful, but she wasn't able to break through certain points. And also, she gained the weight back, like what we've been talking about. So, I asked her this weekend because I had some time to discuss with her about the program, and she said one of the things that she really loves about the program is not only that they tell you what not to do, but this program actually tells you what to do. And that's something that's really important, right? Because lots of times you'll meet with a coach or you'll go through a program and they'll just say, don't do this, don't do that, don't do that, and you'll get results. This actually teaches you exactly what to do, how to do it, and how to effectively build it into your lifestyle.
One of
The
my
other,
favorite things
yeah,
about your
go ahead.
mom, really quick, is that we have a private Facebook community, and she's very active in there, and she posts the same things over and over, and it always says, "I'm not hungry." She always says, "I'm not hungry on this program." And just think about that. What a sad case that is, that that's even something you have to be appreciative of, because most programs, they put you into, a calorie counting or a deficit, and they're chronically making you think about what you're putting in your mouth all the time. And so this program does not do that. You will not be hungry. We want you to eat healthy foods.
Yep, I love that. Thanks for adding that. And another thing is she talked about how this is sustainable lifelong, like we've talked about. So my mom came up here. She lives in Florida, so she came up for. We just had her 70th birthday party this weekend. We surprised her this weekend. I had all the healthy foods that she could have, but we did have cake there for everybody, right? And my mother actually made the decision. I'm going to have some cake because it's my 70th birthday party and I can. Is that inflammatory? Is it going to set her back? The answer is yes. But was it worth it? And is there a strategy now to get her back on track over the next few days? Yeah, we've already started to discuss that. So it doesn't make you feel like you're in a prison. You can still be involved. It's a long-term strategy. And that's what makes this program so successful in my eyes, and watching my wife get healthier, my mom get healthier, as well as myself. And I know my kids are seeing all of this, which is awesome. So let me talk just a little bit more. So our 4-phase fat loss system, we really focus on a very strategic process. We have both a 6-week program, right, Tava, and a 3-month program. So it's 90 days or it's 6 weeks. It really depends on what your goals are, how much weight you want to lose, what you're trying to achieve. We actually, in our program, we include any supplementation necessary to help you reach your goals. We give you a comprehensive manual. There's daily journaling involved. When we talk to you about the strategy calls, we're not just, or our weekly calls with you, we're not just saying, hey, how are you doing? What's the weather like? We're actually looking at those journals and making sure that that scale's moving, you're hitting results. And then it's a very strategic process to make sure you're not missing anything. Because if you're missing one or two things, you could be falling off track and not getting the results. So it takes a lot of work from our team and you just note taking that and being honest as you go through the program, so we know exactly what to change. You'll get a detailed grocery list, sample menus. So we don't tell you exactly what to eat. We give you a structure around it. Then you use those things to make your menus. But certainly we're here to support you with those other options. The body weight that we talked about, the scale actually measures and sends us your results when you check in on that daily. Tava said there's the private Facebook group. These things are all very helpful, not only to share your successes because you may encourage somebody else, but some days you're not going to feel encouraged. And it's on those days you read other people's encouragement. So it's a good team process there. And seeing other people's results is just very motivating. And the last one, the personal coaching sessions, I think that is what makes this program more different than any other one. Not just the structure, but we make sure that you're successful. And if you're not, as long as you're showing up on those calls prepared and ready to get results, you will work through some of the mindset stuff and get the results that are necessary for you. Hey, you want to share on this one, and then I'll do the last slide?
Make the call, make the investment. We haven't had anybody who's shown up for this program that hasn't met their goals, whether it's 10 pounds, 15 pounds, or 50 pounds. I mean, this program is incredible. I think one of the things to come in thinking that this is different than anything else you've ever done, we do a lot of testing throughout the program to see what fits your body specifically. So by the time that you graduate, you will have a great concept of what foods help you, what foods hurt you, and you'll be surprised. For some, they're excellent things like coconut oil works for some people, or even surprisingly, butter is a fat burner for others, but you don't know until you isolate those things and test them. And so by the time you graduate, we'll get you living a normal life, eating normal food, and healthier than you've ever been.
Yeah, it's awesome. And last thing, I'll just bring you back to the strategy call. Schedule the 10-minute call. Again, it's free. There's no financial reasons not to do this. Schedule the strategy call. Talk with Taiva one-on-one. Obviously, we addressed many concerns through this webinar. That was the goal. But everybody's different. We know that. And in this world of COVID and everything where we're on virtual platforms, we want to have that direct time to speak to you about your concerns before you even think about moving forward with the program. At that call, just so you are prepared, we will offer, I believe, is it $45, Taiva, for a new patient visit? So we will actually schedule for you at that end of that call, if you are a good candidate, for only $45, we will sit down with you and map out what that plan would look like, what the cost would be, so you know all of that stuff for only that $45 investment. But this next call is absolutely free. It's really a chance for us to get to know you and you to get to know us, whether you'd even be a good candidate to move forward with that. And we want you to start losing weight and hit your health goals. So glad that you are here today. Thank you for being with Taiva and me. And we look forward to seeing you on the strategy call. Have a wonderful day.
Thank you.